back to my channel and welcome to the second diecast restoration of 2022. I hope everybody's well. Before we start, I would just like to thank all my subscribers, old and new, not many new again. That's all gone a bit quiet. But yeah, thanks very much for sticking with me and thanks for all your comments. I've had some nice donations already this year. A nice big parcel arrived for me yesterday and it was from Mr. David Williamson. So thank you very much, David, for your donation. It's very greatly received, and I will be doing those pretty soon. I have some ideas already with some of what you've given me, so thank you very much again for that, David. It was very kind of you. Okay, yeah, so I guess we better get on with this week's video. It's a Matchbox king size restoration this time. Another custom paint job I've done. Had a bit of trouble with it again. The part of the body I had to repaint. I had to do it twice, and you know, it was a little bit of trouble. I was a bit disappointed because I was almost ready, you know, to put it back together, and that's when I realised I had to do that bit again. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We got it done in the end. Okay, so I've got to read this. This week's or this video this time is a Matchbox king size K-24, and it's the Lamborghini Miura. I think that's how you say it, and it dates from 1969, and it's turned out quite nice, I think. I wasn't sure about the colour at first, but I think it suits it. It's a colour I've googled and I saw on a real one, so I think it suits that kind of car. So as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. Right, okay, let's have a closer look at this. I did have one of these as a kid as well, but not the same. It was Matchbox, but oh, what was it? Like the you know, the modern wheels, like Superfast, or I don't know what they call them, but the plastic wheels anyway, the later ones. And I had two of those in the copper colour, but I've broken both, like you do, like I do. And so I've been after one for a while, but this one, when I saw it, I got it on eBay. When I saw it, it had these, you know, more sensible wheels on, more realistic wheels. So I thought, yeah, I'll get that one, and it's got the steering as well. Because you know, I quite like that. It's had a bit of an old accident against something. I think it actually is corroded. I'm not sure if it's corroded or it's been scraped down, but it's got a bit of a flat spot there, so I'm going to have to file that and try and sort it out. I think it's just corrosion. I think it's just eaten away. It's difficult to tell. These are funny tyres because of the shape of the wheels, and this one is a bit wonky, so I don't know, I might have to put that one back on because I haven't got any others the same. I'll have to see if I can get some, but that might have to go back on for now. Anyway, that's only tyres. So the plastic piece, as per a lot of them, is missing. Now the ones I had those plastic pieces for years and years and years, and I have seen them since we moved here. And do you think I can find them now? No, I can't find them anywhere. And I know they were lying around in one of my boxes up in the attic. But anyway, I have got one here, second-hand one, that I got on eBay, so we can get the model done. Window unit, pretty alright. Few very light scratches, so that should clean up okay. Actually, I've said that, a few light scratches, but all according to where the light catches it. You can see it might be two cracks in it there now, looking closer. So we'll have to see when we undo that. Engine, if it's polishable, it'll be polished. If it's silver paint on it, which I don't think it is, but if it is, then I'll just paint it silver again. I'm not going to start trying to do any extra detailing on that. Okay, so anyway, I didn't say what it was. It's the Matchbox king size Lamborghini. What? Lamborghini? I can't even know. Miura. I can't read it. Made in England. Lesney Products and Company Limited. And it's got the patent there. So two little rivets to drill out in the base on the back end, and one slightly bigger one at the front, and they'll be easy to drill out those because they've got nice big indentations in them ready for the drill. So that's cool. The front bit of detailing is in there, that comes out once you got the rivet out. I think is it joined all to the headlights? I'm not too sure. Anyway, we shall find out. We shall find out very soon. Okay, so let's get this thing apart and see what we're dealing with. Okay then, let's get this base off. Should be enough. I don't want to take too much off. I'm losing all my tools here. Where's my little screwdriver gone? Oh. The tyres come off. Okay, let's see. Okay, that one's off. This one's off. Go gently. Might have to drill a bit more for this one, I think. Don't want to drill too much off it. There, that's off. Now let's gently, let's turn this over and see what we got. Okay, well that's pretty straightforward. Nice suspension there, but I'm going to have to grind the end of the axle, because you can see I won't be able to get the axle out unless I do that and get the wheels off. This one now, I would assume that these pins just pull out. Actually, yeah, they pull out. Now, there's actually a rivet there holding that plastic piece in. So I'm going to have to, I am going to have to drill that. I'm going to have to drill that. Not too much. I'm hardly pressing at all. It's just the weight of the drill basically. There, that's off. So that's probably just enough. What I'll do, I will leave that like that, and then I'll glue this plastic piece on because it doesn't need to move. It's got to be static. Okay, so get that off. That's it. Those just pull out nice and easy. The plastic piece will have to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. So there were no pins to pull out, it's just, oh, I guess those are not even-handed. They can go on either side. Okay, so that's that bit in the ultrasonic cleaner. This, like I say, I'll have to grind that off. I must be careful because these wheels, I thought they were metal, they're only plastic. So I will have to be careful. But there's not an awful lot to grind off. I don't know if you can see that. Very, very little. So that'd be easy enough to do. Okay, so that'll just probably need polishing up because it's not painted, I don't think. Well, I don't think it's painted. I'm not so sure. We'll try and polish it up. If that doesn't work, we'll paint it. But I don't think it needs painting. Okay, so this back piece has got these blasted pinched in bits that I hate. So I'm going to have to try and open those a little bit out. There's a bit of corrosion on the one this side. I've got to try and open them out without snapping the buggers. Now opening out. Oh, that one's broken, look. Bugger. It's corroded, that's why it's broken. I'll wiggle that, I might be able to gradually get him out. Ooh. I don't like these, that's going to have to go some more. Sorry, I keep knocking the camera with my head. I do not like these, that one's cracked as well. I might have to do something about that. That's got a like springy bit there to hold it, which is bent, so it's obviously not very springy. Okay, so we'll have to think of something for that. Actually, what I could do is drill that piece out and put another piece of metal to go over the top of that to hold it in place. That mightn't be a too bad idea actually. I think that would probably work. If I drill that out and put another piece of metal over the top of that to hold it all, I think that'd be better. So I might do that. Okay, so that's that bit off, so that's ready for the caustic. This engine, look at this. This engine. Do I just grind it? Yuck, somebody's hair there. Blech. Don't like that. Do I drill that and just glue it on? I think so. Oh! I didn't expect that. Oh dear, that wasn't good. I did not expect that to happen. I didn't even see which way around that was now. Not that way. That way. Was it that way? No, it was the other way. Buggered that up now. I'm going to have to go right through it. I have to drill it out big enough. Okay, so that'll be glued anyway. Okay, so that was a bit of a balls up. So I've drilled that out big now, so when I put that back I will have to glue it. Not a good thing to go and do. Not very professional at all. Anyway, it's not really a problem. Right, let's get this interior out so it just pulls out. Very dirty, but okay otherwise. Could do a bit of different detailing I suppose in there. The seats and that, although nah, because it was probably all that colour anyway, so I don't know. Do I, don't I? I'd just leave it like it was. Leave it original. Okay, now this glass unit, it's cracked almost right to the windscreen, but that's obviously when it was put in. So I've got to try and get this one out without busting it. Don't want to drill right through. I think that's it. That's it, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. A little bit more yet. He's a pain in the arse. He's a pain in the arse. Don't want to go through the roof. There, she's gone. And there you can see the crack there. It's very, very close to the windscreen, so ooh. There you go. We got away with it anyway. Okay, so I've just got to drill these rivet posts out now, and I will probably have to drill that front bit there because that's going to have to come out as well. So I think it's going to have to be drilled just in there. See, it's awkward to get the drill in there, that's the only thing. It might be all it takes. Yeah, that's it, that's all it took. There, so that's that front piece, so that'll just need gluing back in, but that just needs to be polished up. Okay, so that's it then, just drill these rivet posts out and then we'll be going in the caustic. So I'll see you over at the caustic soda bath. I'll do the rivets off camera as usual, and then we'll try and get the paint off, get it stripped. Okay, before we do go to the caustic soda, I've gone around all these edges where there were chips. I've filed it lightly and I've sanded it, and this bit here where there was a lot of corrosion by this light, I think I've managed to get most of it out. It's hard to see compared to the other side if I've, you know, rounded it off maybe a bit more than that side is, but I had to go down because of the corrosion. But I think it's going to be alright. It doesn't look too bad. And I've done the casting lines. There was a casting line all along there, so I've done that. Same this side. And then this back bit, it was all chipped along there as well. The end of the sort of the spoiler bit, and there was a casting line each side on here. So I've done all that. I've filed it and sanded it. So hopefully the primer will cover that. Okay, so caustic soda bath. Right, okay, I'm going to stop that moving to start with. I'm going to dunk this in with last week's, or the last restoration, not last week's because it's a couple of weeks ago. Make the most of my caustic soda. Hopefully there's still enough oomph in it to get the paint off that one as well. Okay, so there's not a lot to see really. It's not really, that paint doesn't seem to be moving much. Anyway, I'm going to leave it in for a little while, and then you know, like always, we'll come back and we'll see it all cleaned up, wire brushed, ready for priming. Okay, catch you in a bit. Okay, and so that's all wire brush cleaned up. What a job I had with the paint on this one. It wasn't great in the caustic soda. It did soften the paint, but I've had to scrape and wire brush quite a bit off after the caustic soda. I don't know, it's the Matchbox, the paint they use, it always seems to stick a lot harder. It seems to be a lot harder paint than like the Corgis and the Dinkies used to use. And the caustic soda doesn't get it off that great. This is what I've found when I've done other Matchbox models as well. But anyway, that's ready for priming now, so I'm going to go out and put some primer on that. Okay, catch you in a bit. Okay, then that's the primer done on this Lamborghini, and that's the back part. The chassis, if you remember, we're just going to clean up, we're going to polish up because it's just the shiny metal. So next I'm going to go out, I'll put a coat of metallic silver on it, and sort of use that as an undercoat, and then we'll do it the colour that I'm going to do it. That colour I haven't quite decided yet. Okay, catch you in a bit. Okay, so that's all painted. I chose this colour in the end. It's Motip metallic. This green. That's the label. I did do a Jaguar. Was it a Corgi or a Dinky Jaguar? I can't even remember. I did two Jaguars together, was it 18 months ago, and I did one this colour, and I had all sorts of trouble. I had to repaint it a couple of times. Same as happened with this, I've had to repaint this bit twice. But it hasn't come out too bad. Now I did Google these Lamborghinis, and you know, the real life ones, and there was actually one that came up in the pictures on Google that was that colour, so I thought, it's not very often I get to use this paint, and I do want to use it all up because you know, I paid enough for it, so I don't want it to be wasted. So I thought, okay, it's an ideal opportunity, so I decided on doing that one that colour. So I did a bit of extra detailing in the end on this. At the back, you know, I put the lights in, I put the number plate in like that, because the original was just all the same colour. So I did that, the exhaust, bit of Molotov. The interior, I did decide to do it, a bit of different detailing in it. It should be only a 3-spoke steering wheel, but that's what they put in. So I did that because again, in the Google pictures I saw there was one that was like this, the light colour that it already was, and the seats darker, and the dashboard and the bit in the middle. I've just done Molotov on that gear lever bit in the middle, and the handle bit and the handbrake, and obviously I just did black. I suppose really I should have done that brown, that bit at the back, because it's obviously the sort of the leather that covers the handbrake anyway. And the black steering wheel with the chrome in the middle, that's what I decided on. So it's a bit different. Windscreen, I ended up getting a donor model because that one, the original, you remember it had a crack across there, but I was cleaning it, and well, you guessed it, she split right down the middle of the windscreen, and that was it. It was in 2 halves, so I haven't thrown it away. But I had a look on eBay, and there was one that somebody had previously restored after a fashion, so it was a bit of a mess, and I got it for just over £2, so I thought, fine, happy days. I mean, the postage cost more than the actual vehicle model, so I thought, okay, happy days. I have got another one as well, so I might be able to make another one up out of the 2 at a later date. But anyway, that's what I did, so that's where that windscreen came from. Okay then, so where do we start? Well, this engine, if you remember earlier on, my drill went through there, so that hole is too big. So what I'm going to do, I am going to put some epoxy from the other side once the engine's in place, but what I'll do, I'll just tack it a little bit. I'll put a little bit of super glue each side and put the engine to tack it, and then when that's dried I'll turn it over and I'll mix some of this epoxy and I'll put it in the hole in the bottom. So we'll get on and do that now. I might just put a bit of this on the bottoms of one of these pots, bit of super glue. Just do it with the old cocktail stick, because I only, like I say, just want to tack that bit of engine. So there we go, we'll put that. There we're going to tack it. So it's got to go that way, so I guess we could put a little bit on there. Probably just be enough, you know, to do what I want to do. Okay, so tack that alright, it's tacked to my hand now. Usual crack. You know the script. Probably stuck to my kitchen paper now. Oh, come on. Ouch, just banged my head on the camera now. Sorry about that. I want it to be in the right place. Okay, we'll leave it there for a bit. Right, I'll just put that to one side. I'll move that over. Put that up there. I'll mix some epoxy in a minute when that's dried. So this one we can put the wheels back now. So what I need to do is put that wheel there like that into these. Actually it's easier if I put them onto this, because they kind of click on. They kind of click on. There. And the same with this one. I have chromed these wheels with Molotov. I didn't take these tyres off the front ones because they're very hard and they would have just broken up if I'd have tried to pull them off, and I don't want to do that because I haven't got any more. Trying to push that over, that's it, because they got like little mushroom bits over the top that click into the plastic bit. Okay, so now this whole assembly goes down here like this. So these pegs on the steering, on the wheel axles, go into these two holes here, and then obviously the plastic bit clips over that rivet, and as I said, when I dismantled it I will have to glue that one back into place. So those pegs are in, so just try and click that plastic if I can into the rivet that's there. Come on, that's come out now. Come on, that's it. And then I'll put a bit of super glue over that to hold it. That should do it. So I'll leave that dry for a little bit. What we got the axle here for the back wheels. I have to put that through. I'll have to pin that over. I can't put it through. It needs to go underneath that plate. There you go. That wheel on, and then I'll have to just pin it over carefully. It's not going to need much peening, just a little tiny bit. In fact, I don't know if it would have been safer to glue it. Nah, it's got to be peened over. Do the proper job. Okay, I'll leave that dry for a little bit, this steering column, and then once that's dry we'll come back to it. Right, I've mixed a bit of this epoxy, so I'm going to put it in there now. In this engine bit to hold it in. That's the trouble with this, it goes all stringy. Okay. Right. Get. So we'll leave that for a little bit to dry as well. And whilst that's happening, might as well put the front in, I suppose. Just push this in. Just put a blob of super glue in. Actually, when I put the glue in for the rivet, it'll probably hold it in. So I was thinking probably I don't need to even put any glue in that for the time being. I don't think so. I'll just leave it. See, when I put the glue in for the rivet, that hole goes all the way through to the hole that the front goes through. So it'll glue the whole lot in place when I put the front rivet in. Okay. I've got a little bit of this epoxy left, so I'll just put it on the top of the window unit and I'll put that in. I just put a couple of little blobs of this to hold it. Hopefully it will. Yeah, we'll leave that stick for a little bit. I might actually mix a bit more and put a little bit where the rivet was, because I actually drilled the hole out a little bigger in the window unit, so it was well clear of the old rivet that was left. So I'll mix a little bit more epoxy in and put that in there. Right, well that's pretty much dry. Still a bit, well, a little bit soft. But what I want to do next is try and put this back part on. So I need to push it into those two hinges like that. So that's pushed that in. Right, so what I'm going to do, like I said before, I've got this piece of metal here I've cut. If I can just get this out, and this rivet. So what I want to do is to put this piece of metal in there so that it will hold the tailgate, not tailgate, but the engine cover, if you like. I might need to bend it a little bit. I need to sort of go up a little bit. Sorry, I'm going out of shot. And then that way, sort of a bit of an S shape. See how that goes, just to help to hold the engine in. Engine cover in. Bonnet, boot, whatever you want to call it. I may have bent that a little bit too much now. Just bend it down a little bit again. That mightn't be bad. I think that'll probably be okay. I'll just put this little rivet in there, so A little bit of glue down there. Make sure it goes down in the hole. Oh, she's got the shakes. And then the rivet. I hope this idea works. Oh dear. It's not doing very well at the moment because I'm shaking about all over the flipping place. By the time I get it on this ready thing, the glue's going to be dry. For God's sake. Okay, we got that in. So we'll leave that dry a little bit. And then we'll come back to doing the next bit. Okay, that's pretty much dry. So now down to this interior. We'll put that in. Okay. It's not great fitting. In fact, it's a bit naff fitting, to be honest. It's kind of bowed the wrong way. Whoopsie daisy. So that's come out in now. We have to make sure that stays in. Oh dear, what a fiddle. What a flipping fiddle. Go on, in you go. There. Right, so now we've got to put the base. Now I might just put a little tiny bit of glue first around the outside of these rivets holes, because that's where the bottom part will go onto, and then the rivets go in there after. So put a little bit of tiny glue on there first, and then just around there, just a little dab, and then we'll put some more in the actual rivet posts. It's nearly gone, it's nearly starting to go off this glue. Right, that should do. So we'll put this on, making sure these two pieces from the wheel or the steering goes in those two holes there. Hopefully it should sort of just, oh, that flipping front has come out again. Hopefully it should just fit into place okay. Hopefully. Make sure that front is right in. Right, now better put the glue in the front rivet post. I've got the rivet here. I've had to cut it down, obviously, because it was too long, the original. So put some glue in there, and that will hold the front with a bit of luck. With a bit of luck, here it goes. Oop-a-day. Now look at that, it's stuck to my tool and not the car. And that sounded bad, didn't it? Stuck to my tool and not the car. This one I meant. Now, turn him round. And then the glue in each hole, rivet post hole here on the back. Like that. Like that. And then put these in. One. And two. Okay, we'll leave that dry. Okay, that should be dry enough. Now I want to try and get the back part in, which isn't going to be easy because I don't want to bugger up the paint. That's it. That's in. You've got to make sure the louvers are the right way. Sort of going like that, going downwards. Okay. So that's that then. Steering all works, everything all works. Right, I'm just going to put a bit of Molotov on that front bit there, that little badge, just to pick it out a little bit, and then that'll be it. The weather's not very nice outside today, it's drizzly and wet, so I don't know. Obviously I've got a bit of time to go and do the outdoor shots, so I'll try and do that. Won't make any difference to you because when you're watching this it'll all be done. I'll do the turntable shots as well, or video as well, you know, before and after. Okay then. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Bit different, being Matchbox. I don't find the colour looks too bad, but you know, some of you mightn't like it, but anyway, I've got to use the paint up. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and please push the like button, helps a lot. And yeah, until next time, take care, look after yourselves, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers. Bye for now. Hubby.